It's Scotty here. It's Scotty Snow Removal. Just getting ready to start some front end work on our snow removal truck. Ready to put a plow on it, and so we do some work on the tires and get some things maintained here for us. So just so you kind of get an idea what we're doing upper bushings, upper ball joints, tie rod ends, lower ball joints. We're also going to put new brakes on it and make sure that everything is nice and snug for our snow removal. So just give you kind of an idea how bad this really is. This right here is all tire rod ends, so you can get an idea that that needs to be replaced. This right here is your ball joints going up and down. Shocks are worn out, brakes need to be replaced. So we're going to do a step-by-step process. We're going to come back in about 2 minutes and show you the list of tools that you need to do this job. So you can see we've got a whole list of tools here. So first one thing, have a vise so that you can work some things around. This is just kind of a makeshift one. It's mobile, you can move it around, works real nice. I'm going to give you an idea of some of the tools you're going to need. I want to zoom in so you can kind of see this. So basically what we're going to do is you have all your open-end wrenches, different sockets, different things you're going to need. Your vice grips, channel locks here, those are good for adjusting your tire rod hinge. Your certain vice grips or certain crescent wrenches. You're going to need a zerk tool to load your joints. This right here is a ball compressor that takes your ball joint out. You've got a bunch of different sockets here, different fittings for your brakes. This is for your nuts to get your CV axle out, your drill bits, your pickle fork, all your air tools. Make sure that you have some good safety glasses. The mic, you use that for when you're testing stuff. See the dimensions of what you got. You need a blowgun to get some of the stuff out. You need your impact, an air drill, which works really nice because we're going to be doing some drilling. Not very fun, but you have to do it. Air hammer, a couple different fittings, grinder, drill, cord drill. I recommend a cord drill. You got some deep impacts. These are all metrics. You're going to need those. You got some other specialized sockets here. Some impact sockets for your wheel nuts. Just regular 3/8 metric. You got 3 different types of hammers. You got a 3-pound hammer, ball peen hammer, and a rubber hammer. You're going to need all 3 of those. And then this right here, this works really good for compressing the piston inside the caliper. You're going to need that. A couple different cleaning chemicals, some liquid wrench, some paint to kind of do some undercoating, WD-40, brake fluid. You're going to need that to service your brakes, brake clean, some grease to lube up your parts as you put them in. Recommend having some shop towels handy and a little container that maybe you can put some bolts in and put some gasoline in there to kind of help clean your bolts. Other than that, as you can see, you got quite a few tools there. So go ahead and jack up your car. Make sure you get your jack stands as far out as you can. Far out on that control arm. Lower those down. Now we're ready to go. Okay, go ahead and zip your tire off, your wheels off. Caliper come right off. Okay, as you can see, I've removed the 2 hex bolts that hold the caliper on, and that'll just move right out of your way. Okay, you got to remove your rotor. You have 4 bolts. They are 14 millimeter. You have to get them off with an impact. Okay, as you can see, those are pretty tight. So you're going to have to use a breaker bar to get those off. It just takes a little bit of finesse to break them loose. Okay, and with a little bit of finesse with your breaker bar, your impact will take those right off. Okay, this side here, I've rotated the wheels to the right so that we can access this, so it's a lot easier. You can see everything's turned. So you just do a little bit of pressure, break them loose. Now they just come right off. Okay, 1.5" impact socket. Get that on there, and it should just pop right off. Take a little bit of pressure, come right off. Okay, we've got the rotor off. It's connected to the hub. This is an ABS ring, and you also have your ABS sensor, which is right here, and it runs up, clicks to the control arm, runs up here and clicks here. So we just have to disconnect that, pull it out, and it's free. This, we pulled off the rotor, the hub assembly, and you can see that these rotors are pretty thrashed. And if you look at the brakes, you can see how bad they really are. And these just pop out. This one's pretty smooth, that's the outside, this is the inside. And it makes a big difference when you try to brake, that runs into that, and then you have a problem. So what we're doing is we're going to get this out of the way. It's your spindle, tire rod ends, upper ball joints, lower ball joints, upper bushings, both sides, and lower bushings. Lower bushings we're not going to do. We will also replace the shock. You can see that the shock is moved, it's rusted, it's got all kinds of problems, but there's bolts right here that we have to drill out. They're just pressed in, so we're going to have to drill those out. I'll show you how to do that. This bracket comes off, it holds that mount, and we're going to go ahead and start on that now. I keep everything in a little tote so that I keep all my bolts in one spot so I don't lose anything. Okay, as you can see, we've got a ton of play in here. That's just the upper ball joint. You look over here and watch this. You see how much play there is in that. That's your inner tire rod ends, which we're replacing as well. But what we got to do first, we got to get this little clamp off. This holds your brake hose on. You want to get that off, get that out of the way. For some reason, Chevrolet decided that they'd press this. So that's your only bolt. You have to take these three. We've cleaned it up so you can see. We have to take these three and drill them out. I'll come back and show you how to do that. Okay, do a center punch, your ball peen hammer. Try to get that in as close to the center as you can. It's very important. A couple little taps. That's what's going to start your drill bit. You want to make sure you try to get that in the center best you can. It makes a big difference when you start drilling. You take your air drill, go to town. Okay, as you can see, we've already done the first drill bit. You got to start small and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually end up a bolt about that big. And you don't have to go all the way through, just have to go deep enough to break this off. So I'm going to continue drilling. This will take about 45 minutes. Okay, as you can see, we've drilled out all three bolts. Just kind of give you a feel for, we went up quite a bit in size. Okay, now if you've done it right and you got the bolt deep enough, you drilled it out, you just hit it with the air hammer. They just bust loose. If they don't bust loose, you got to keep drilling. Okay, spend some more time drilling. I'm up to this size drill bit, almost half an inch. With the air hammer on, should pop right up. Okay, you got a cotter pin you got to pull out. So just ink that out. Get that out of the way. You got a 11/16 wrench. That'll break your ball joint nut loose. Once you get that nut out of the way, stop. Okay, you take your pickle fork, you get it in there, take your 3-pound hammer, a couple taps.